For the past 4 years, anytime I had to leave my house, I'd go to my closet and grab pretty much the same shirt and jeans. Minus a few special occasions where maybe I cover the shirt with a jacket or I wear the long sleeve version of the same shirt because it's cold, I'm pretty much always in these same clothes. Like Johnny Bravo, literally. Except without all of the muscles and the woman, and I don't like where this is going. This doesn't make me feel good about myself at all. Anyway, if you're wondering why would someone choose to wear the same thing every single day, well, for me, there are a couple of practical reasons why. When I started practicing minimalism 5 years ago, I was still very much into fashion. I had leopard prints, the random flowers, even dragons, and a bunch of different patterns. But most of the time, provided they were clean, I'd default to about 3 or 4 shirts and 2 pair of jeans I owned, because those fit me the best and I felt the most confident in them. They were my favorite pieces of clothing, but they always caused me some level of stress. To wear my favorite shirt, I had to make sure that the shirt, the pants that matched the shirt, and the shoes that went along with both of them were all clean. Otherwise, I'd feel as if I looked a bit stupid by mismatching colors and present a much less confident version of myself. And even then, when they were all clean, the patterns were so recognizable that some people would eventually ask me if those clothes that I repeatedly wore were the only clothing I owned, which is obviously embarrassing, but also it made me shy away from wearing the clothing that I thought fit me the best and made me the most confident and made me feel obligated to buy more. So when I started applying the principles of minimalism in my life, the first place I started was my closet. I started to really examine what was going on in there, how complicated it was for me to feel confident in my choice of clothing, how many things had to go right for me to leave the house and not be self-conscious to some degree, and how many different things I had to consider when I went shopping, like matching the item I liked, or if I'd have to buy something additional now to match that, and spend even more money to feel confident in what I wore. And during this process of examining my closet, I saw just how much time and unnecessary stress it caused me. And I thought it might be best for me to just throw everything out and start over fresh and see if I could use simplifying my closet to solve all of those problems. Part of why I love minimalism is because it's about doing more with less. I tried to make a single decision that would basically eliminate all the stress that shopping, choosing what to wear on a daily basis, and worrying if I'd be seen in the same thing too often brought. So I found 2 shirts that fit my frame really well and I bought them both in black. That way, no one would know if I was wearing the exact same thing unless I didn't change and they got all the way into my private zone underneath me and huffed. Like that, and that would probably say more about them than it does about me. The simplicity of wearing a black shirt and blue jeans also saves me time shopping and decision making. I'm never stressed about what is or isn't clean, and I can get out of the house quickly on a morning because I always know exactly what I'm going to wear. And not having to pay attention to these little daily decisions feel as if I've given myself space to breathe mentally on busy days. And while it might not seem like a lot of time, that's 15 or 20 minutes a day over a lifetime trying to think of what I'll wear. Then add in the time shopping and browsing, and personally, I'm fine trading that time to focus on more creative and intentional activities for me. But these are just the benefits. There are some problems with wearing the same thing every day as well. The first one being finding something that you're happy to wear every single day, because you'll probably be wearing the same outfit 99% of the time that you're out if you decide to do this. And this is something I didn't think about when I chose to simplify, but now I'm in hundreds of photos and videos wearing literally the exact same outfit. I wanted to find clothing that fit well and were comfy, felt good to the touch, and would stand up well to weather because I'm often outdoors moving around, filming outside. And I found those in the Uniqlo Essentials. I have 7 Uniqlo basic black tees that I wear in the warmer months, and 5 long sleeve that I wear in the cooler months. And I own these 3 pair of jeans, but 99% of the time I'm wearing these blue Denizen jeans. Another problem you're probably thinking about is that people must notice that you're literally always in the same thing, and maybe it's embarrassing. And the truth is that no one has ever commented on it. Literally no one. I think people haven't even noticed. I remember when I told my friends that I'm committing to the black t-shirt, blue jeans lifestyle, they laughed and told me I'd look like Johnny Bravo, which is true. But after that, no one has ever said a thing about it. Honestly, I don't think anyone ever noticed. But I do get comments when I wear something different. If I'm in a gray shirt, I always get a comment about it. But I guess that something about wearing a simple single-colored t-shirt doesn't attract enough attention to be criticized. And even if someone wanted to comment on it, it would be funny that a whole adult is concerned enough with what another whole adult is doing enough to comment on what color they're using to cover their ass. I mean, it's so incredibly difficult to be insulted when you're intentional with your decisions. Me knowing the why behind doing what I'm doing just removes all insecurity. There is one time when it does feel a bit weird to constantly be in the same thing, and that's going on follow-up dates. The first and the second date are usually not a problem, but by the third date, I feel like I need to say something just as a courtesy for this person to know that, well, I'm going to be in the same thing in almost every picture going forward, right? Yes, I know, I'm weird, whatever. There's only one thing that would make me stop wearing the same thing like I do right now. I think spending time to choose what I'll wear on any given day gives me the same response that other people have to imagining wearing the same thing every day. There's this feeling of living out of alignment with who I am and not representing myself appropriately that allows me to stay rooted in my decision. Keeping a simple wardrobe allows me to continue to elevate my values, and wearing the same thing every day gives me a strength that comes from not giving a crap what people think. Even if it's the tiniest thing, like my shirt yesterday being the exact same thing it is today. And it also gives me more mental bandwidth since I'm not making so many decisions, and I get more time to create rather than consume as a result of that. It also gives me the opportunity to really show my personality, because it's difficult for people to make flash judgments about who I might be based on the clothes that I'm wearing. But if I were to change my mind and decide that I wanted the thrill that came in finding the perfect color and the perfect design in my clothes, then I promise you, without fail, I'll be back in obscure floral design t-shirts before you can say the word onomatopoeia. Thank you for watching.